got a footy game to go.
I'll be back at half-time.
Footy's on, footy's here again. Back to greet me like an old friend. And, well, that's the thing about, that's what I like about. Yeah, that's the thing about football.
94.7 The Pulse. Across Geelong, the Surf Coast and Bellarine Peninsula. Welcome to the match of the day. Broadcast on The Pulse. Now, here to bring all the action to your radio, our team on 94.7 The Pulse.
Here they are. Over to you, boys.
Good afternoon and welcome. Continuation of round 13 here this afternoon. We are out here to watch East Geelong take on North Geelong, and two other games out there this afternoon. Inverleigh taking on Bannockburn and Belfpost Hill taking on Wereby Central. So we'll go through those games a little bit later, but welcome him to the airwaves this morning, or this afternoon. Listen is Richard Grubby Chakins. And Grubby, you having trouble with your hearing there, eh?
Well, I was. I didn't have any trouble with you mispronouncing my name after all these years. G'day viewers, g'day listeners. And I tell you what, this could turn out to be a very, very dirty day. Looking at this weather, it's windy. If the wind stops, the rain comes. But guess what? It's winter. It's a winter sport, and that's what we come to see. And we've got two really, really good sides today. And I tell you what, I think we're going to have a pretty good day. Weather regarding, we're going to have a good day.
And also joining us this afternoon, and he's hopefully trying to track down a player to come through and have an interview for us. Welcome to you, Arch.
Thanks, Smithy. Looking forward to it, mate. Especially looking forward to this interview. Special guest coming up. Should be good. It's getting into those July months now. So, it's starting to get a bit cold. But, no, we love that. And going to see how East Geelong and North Geelong go against each other today.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, we're just having a bit of communications there.
No, keep
trouble
going.
hearing us in here, so that's all right. He can hear us as we're going through. But
anyway.
we might have a look at some of these other games. As we said to you last week, I was of the firm belief that the top five had been settled. I spoke to a couple of people around during the week, and they're still convinced one of those people was out from Inverleigh, and he still thought there was a possibility that Inverleigh could sneak in. I said he could have anything he liked at any price, because I don't believe that they can win 6 games from here on in, and I reckon they're going to struggle to catch up the 8 points that they need to make it into the top 5.
And who was that you're talking about?
I was speaking to Russell McIntosh.
Right, well, I was of his opinion, I'm leaving them in. What I hadn't done, Smithy, was looked at the ladder. So my assumption on that was that they were a game and percentage out, and everything could work. I didn't realise they were 2 games and percentage out. So they're 3 games out. After today, there's only 5 left. So you're right. They will not get in. But as I say, I thought they were 2 games out.
Yeah,
they were 1 game out. 2.
As I said, I don't mind when you look into the equation and you look at things and you weigh things up and you can control the.
Inverleigh on a bit of a roll at the moment. I think I'm going to back them in. I think the players, such the calibre, such as Mason Dixon, you got Snezkov running around, Yum Bacon. You love him. We got just like a very well-established team, and I think that they'll get the job done today.
What do you think, Grub?
Yeah, look, I'm going to go the same. If I look through last week's Inverleigh, so I think Warren is about the only one out of that. But unfortunately for Ronnie and out at Bannockburn, look, I heard again this morning they'd be bitterly disappointed with their year. They haven't been that bad. They've been good in places. They lost some youngsters to where they're supposed to go, up higher.
And if it does come in, it'll obviously. I don't know whether it suits any side more than the other, because as I said, both probably fairly young sides, both sides of the river, and I think both sides. As I said, Inverleigh probably.
What river's that?
The Bowen River.
Bowen. Oh.
Yeah. Or the Lee River, if you want to go Pacific around it all, and the Moorabool somewhere not too far away as well, Grub. So, but they'll get there. Look, I reckon it's going to be a draw. I reckon it's going to really seal their fate this afternoon. I think Inverleigh and Bannockburn will play out a draw.
How could you possibly say that? Now, come on.
Because I'm sitting on the fence, Grub.
As
I said, it'll be interesting. As I said, your good players at Inverleigh have got to play well, and we know that they've been able to do that in recent weeks, and they've been able to perform pretty well. But you have to look at Bannockburn. I know you've just listed some players coming out, but they ran East Geelong last week, I think, to a kick pretty close to near the final siren of the day.
Yeah, but now they've gone out.
That's what I'm saying. I said they've got players out, but you've got blokes, young blokes come in. And as I said, when you bring young blokes into a side, the one thing they do give you is they'll give you effort. So it's fairly even across the board, both sides, young players. Maybe the talent or the high-end talent of Inverleigh will get see them over the line. So again, if I was probably serious, I would say Inverleigh at home. After what we saw, what they did early in the year.
It's at Bannockburn.
No, it's at Inverleigh.
Is
it?
Yeah, it is.
What was the
Inverleigh.
margin? Because Anzac Day was the last time they played, yeah?
Was it 3 or 4 goals?
Yeah, it wasn't much.
Yeah.
I can flick back and I can probably find it for you.
Yeah.
But
A lot of things have changed since then.
Yeah, so it wasn't a big margin, but Inverleigh did control that most of the day. And I think Bannockburn made a bit of a late charge, I think, from memory, and couldn't get over the top of
after the siren, wasn't it?
7-14 to 9-5. So the bad kicking cost Bannockburn that day. So they've been in close, and as I said, having the games at Inverleigh have lost also during that time. They have lost some close ones as well. There's been a lot of games that they've lost by less than 2 kicks. So again, we know what that can do to a side in the terms of a season, and that's probably won't see them playing finals this year. The other game we've got this afternoon is Belfpost Hill, who currently sit 5th, and obviously take on your mob from up the highway, Grub. Is there any chance that the Wereby boys could upset Belfpost Hill at home?
Well, there's always a chance the way they play, because they can play some really good football. And they've been playing pretty well. They played reasonably well against Belmont, but just not good enough. They played very well against Thompson with, again, blokes overseas, about half their backline overseas and all their blokes over 6'5". Made it a little bit harder for them. They actually get a couple back today. Brad Carlton's back from injury. He's a dual best and fairest winner. And one of the overseas boys, Liam Robertson, the bloke that we saw a few other with a big recruit from Wereby District. So he's back. What worries me, and it always worries me when I read what's going on and the changes and all that, Belfpost Hill, no change. That means that they've got some stability. They might have a couple of injuries that have been out and not coming back in. But that's from that no change is from the side that we saw beat North Geelong really, really easily out at North Geelong a couple of weeks ago. Look, Wereby will play some good footy, but if Belfpost Hill, if they play the same type of footy as they did that day, they'll be too strong. Not a doubt for me, they'll be too strong.
Arch, can you see them upsetting them at all at home?
I think what's really interesting about this game is, and about Wereby's season in general, I don't know if you can attest to this, Grubby, is that Wereby have actually had the 3rd most scoring points for the year. So they've scored the 3rd most points for the year, but they've conceded the most by far. So that's the whole problem. Obviously, you just got to look at the back 6 then. And
they conceded the most points in the whole league.
Yeah, most in the whole league.
More than Cryo.
Sorry, 2nd most.
I wouldn't have thought so.
Yeah. But yeah, still out of that top 8, most by far. So yeah, I think that it could be a close game. I can't really see Wereby getting this one done. Belfpost still on a bit of a roll at the moment. The players, like you've got Costello playing pretty well for Belfpost Hill. Dill Whitney, Godwin, of course. I think Belfpost Hill will get this one today pretty comfortably, Smithy.
Yeah, look, I was pretty impressed with them the day we saw them out there. And as I said, I know that the North Geelong side wasn't as fully loaded up as they could be, and they've still got some players that are not playing there this afternoon. But Belfpost Hill, for that day, they started off like I suppose like North Geelong did 2 weeks prior. They just got on a roll, and they couldn't stop them. And they continued to do that through the course of the day. There was a couple of times where North Geelong looked like they might make a charge, but they couldn't do that. But Belfpost Hill were just were really clean, and I suppose the two, we're looking at the two Jones boys, they were up forward and they provided a new target for them. They relied pretty heavily on Cozzy, or have during the course of the year, to kick 2 or 3 goals. But last week they found, I think there was 8 or 10 players kicking goals for them until 2 weeks ago, so that holds them in good stead. Again, the same people have to be relied upon here for the Wereby side. Make sure they get up. Tyler Crennan, those guys through the midfield and all that would have to play some really good football if they're going to get him any chance. So
Smithy, it does seem like Belfpost Hill, compared to some of the teams in the league, they're pretty healthy on their list compared to some of the other teams. So that's good to see at the pointy end of the season as well.
Right. Have we done that?
Yep, we've done that, and we all agree that Belfpost Hill probably just a bit too good, Grub, I think.
Yeah, I think so, especially if they play the way they played the last time we saw them.
Yep.
Now, obviously, over the weeks, we've done some pretty special things with the Millennium teams. And I tell you what, today, we have got one of the best. We have got one of the best. The side that's been in finals for pretty much all of the Millennium. They didn't win the last couple of years, but we'll talk about that later. But they've been in, and I'll tell you what, I had a quick look at this Millennium side from the mighty East Geelong Eagles, and it is a little beauty. But there's a couple of blokes in there that I'm not quite sure of, but we've found ourselves an expert who's probably might have been nearly finished by then, but he's probably in it anyway because he probably outpicked it. One of the East Geelong legends, Mick O'Leary. Welcome, mate.
Grubby, how are you?
Oh, I'm very well, and you blokes are going all right again?
Yeah, we're going all right. We're a lot out at the moment, but we can keep winning, and we keep putting ourselves back up there, and hopefully we can win a couple of finals this year, and like we didn't do last year.
Well,
thanks for bringing that up too.
I think we're all hoping that really to get the monkey off the back, and I reckon he's a good one. Now, I don't want to take up too much of your time.
No,
I know
all
you're
good,
pretty
mate.
busy, so the East Geelong team of the Millennium will start in the back pocket with a bloke that I remembered, but you'll be able to tell me more about him, Sam Paisley.
Sam Paisley, yes. He played half-back flank on the other half-back flank in the 09 premiership with us. He's still taken the best mark I've ever seen taken at this club.
Wow.
You stand on someone's shoulders over the other side of the ground here. Took it one hand, a bit like Gary Ablett's over Gary Pert it was.
Eh?
Very good fella. Fantastic bloke too.
The best. Someone told me you used to take them at training.
No, I never got off the ground. But no, it's still the best I've ever seen here.
Andrew Hill, I do remember.
Good play. He's actually umpiring the reserves out there today.
Well, I hope he's better than the last one they had, because he was a cheat.
Yeah, no, good full-back, centre-half back, Hilly. Fantastic player. Good kick, beautiful kick.
In the other back pocket, we have Scotty McLeod.
The old man who put on the greens, actually, when he finished playing here. Yeah, good play. He came runner-up in a senior B&F, I think. Played when we weren't as strong, sort of in the mid-2000s.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
We go over to the half-back flank. This bloke was a good player. You remember him, Smithy. Robbie Chamberlain. He was a good player.
This is one of the better half-back lines I've seen anywhere.
Yes, it is.
Choco, fantastic fella up from Karang Way. He played in the 09 premiership and in the 07 one when we lost. I remember in the second semi where he cleaned up two blokes with one hip and shoulder.
Yeah.
Knocked two blokes out with one hip and shoulder.
It's nearly a whole Karang half-back line.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, great player, beautiful skills, tough, very tough.
Right, centre half back. Another one of my favourites, Simon Primke. What a hell of a player he was.
Yeah, great. Best on ground in the 09 grand final. Good, beautiful mark, tough. Yeah, not much more you can say about Primus.
And just
All
around,
around nice guy.
just to round off one of the best half-back flanks half-back lines we've seen, Kyle Robinson.
Yeah, he won I think he might have won the 2011 senior B&F here. Fit, run all day, tough. Karang boy again as well. They're all Karang boys actually. Three of them all played at Karang.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah, good player Kyle. Didn't see enough of him here. He only played 2 or 3 years.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
he moved to Sydney.
Okay. Right. Let's move on to the wings, Johnny Sinclair.
Another Karang boy.
Yeah.
We had a lot of links there.
This could be
back
the
in
Karang
day.
team of the Millennium.
Through Gordon Sumner, Jack Sumner, who was from up there, the ex-Collingwood player. Johnny Sinclair won a senior B&F too and left halfway through the 09 year. Went back to Port Lincoln, where he plays now. I think he's still playing. He's about 41, 42 over there, so really good.
Okay.
Ruckman.
We'll go to the middle. I haven't heard of this bloke. You might have to tell me a little bit about him. Johnny McIntyre.
Johnny Mack. Yeah, he's 4 senior B&Fs, which is the same as Andrew Reuter. He's who won 4. We actually found out the other day there's someone who won 5 of them in the 40s, Maxi Rowbottom. So Johnny's attempting to equal him this year, but yeah, just flew under the radar a bit, I think, until probably Premier Data stuff came out and started showing that he was getting 40 kicks a game. No one knew who he was until then.
Wow.
Just a fantastic
and
under player.
Okay. Before we move on to the other wingman, who I do not know, I must admit.
No, you don't know him.
No. But before we move on to him, how many best and fairest did Mick O'Leary win?
Only the one I won, mate.
One?
Yeah, one.
Oh, I thought you would have won more than
I
that.
won
All right,
come second a few
What year?
times, but yeah. 93 when we won the senior flag in 93.
Well, that's when you won the
That's
winner,
when you
mate.
won exactly right.
Duncan
That's what I say.
Miles.
Duncan Miles, one of my very good mates actually. He's over in the rooms. I was just talking to him. From Newcombe, played about 80 games here. Won a couple of senior B&Fs in the early 2000s. Very silky skills, beautiful skills left and right. And once again, another tough one. A lot of injuries during his career, but I think even Newcombe when he was there. So I think you might know him from maybe Newcombe. But yeah, just a bit unlucky. Probably could have played a lot more games. Got injured a bit.
Okay.
Beautiful skills.
Right. You reckon the half-back line was good, Smithy? You have a look at this. This could be the best I've seen. This is miraculous. But they all could have played full forward. Lucas Murphy in the
forward line's
pocket.
good, mate.
Lucas Murphy in the pocket.
You missed the half forward line.
Half forward line.
Oh, sorry, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Sorry. Patrick Hoey. I remember him.
Paddy
Yeah.
Hoey, yeah, he played in 09 with us from Lake Bolac.
Yep.
Yeah, good player, good hands for a sort of medium forward, sort of just
He's
under
a
the
wiry
point.
bloke, wasn't he? Wiry
Collingwood
bloke?
6-footer.
Yeah,
really
wiry.
stocky, but
Yeah,
really strong
yeah.
hands.
Yeah, I
Yep.
remember him.
Yeah,
Okay.
used to live over my back fence, Paddy.
All right.
Yep. Closter.
Centre half forward. We had a segment during the year about our favourite players to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a feeling one of these blokes here might have put Ryan Closter into it. I think it was Smithy.
Yeah.
And I had him in my top 6 or 7 as well. Ryan Closter, beautiful footballer.
Yeah, won the senior BNF in 09 when we won the premiership. Big, long arms, like really took marks really high. Fit, tough, wiry.
Yeah.
Suited to St Albans.
Very suited
And
to
kick
Northern.
goals
Yeah,
too when you
kick
needed
goals.
him. Yeah, what a beautiful player.
Good player.
And over on the other half forward flank, we might have a Whitley medalist. Is that
Yes,
the right one?
correct.
Ryan Coy won a Whitley medal.
Yeah, maybe 2012 or 2011 maybe
Yeah.
he won it. Him and Chalice, but yeah, Ryan Coy, captain of the 09 flag, played over 100 games here. Good fella, yeah. In and under.
He was.
Nagged
Yeah.
the hell out of everybody.
He was a bit of a surprise winner that year too. There was a lot of favourites and he wasn't one of them, but he was able to beat a lot of them.
Very
Beautiful
good.
to see. Now, I must have got carried away because it's this slide, but mate, one of the best footballers I used to watch was Lucas Murphy. There wasn't many better than him.
Yeah, well, there's probably one better because he used to play full forward and he's not playing full forward, so there may be one better than him.
Well, I might have
who's at
gone-
our
I
full
might have
forward,
put
but I'm a
Sean
bit
in the
biased
pocket.
on that one. But
Yeah, I know.
Lucas Murphy kicked the 100. I think he kicked the 100 in 2011.
Yeah, it would have been close.
Yeah, 2011. But yeah, beautiful. Like, hands. I've never seen anyone with hands like that, and just a beautiful left foot kick. I still have nightmares about the goal he kicked in one of the grand finals. They didn't pay, but anyway.
Yeah, lovely player to watch. And of course, the full forward.
Yes.
Well, one of the great full forwards. Had a career full of injuries too, Sean. He had a lot of injuries in and out. Could have been, well, probably is one of the greatest. And of course, I'd say Sean O'Leary.
Yeah, he had a few injuries, not
And
huge.
working, he missed a few games
Sean,
of work.
Sean didn't like training much, but he was someone who was like blessed with amazing skill, Sean, and just a beautiful kick for goal, and just knew how to play the game of footy. Yeah. So, but I'm biased.
Well, no.
But he's-
Well, you might sound biased, but what you said was exactly 100% true.
I think when we did this, I think longevity is at full forward and for the club
Yeah,
put him over Lucas.
yeah,
But,
yeah.
you
It
know,
doesn't matter. They're
I'd love
going
a
to
team-
play with each other
I'd
there,
love
aren't
a
they?
team that had both of them in it.
And of course, the other bloke, he was probably out of his class in this competition. He was better than them all, I reckon, on his best day. It was the big fella Scrobber. He coached, he played. Probably he's coached and won us an interleague game up at Bungaree one year, I reckon. And Adam Scroblack, he was just a great. And I think he went on to coach Port Melbourne.
Port Melbourne.
Would he go to St
Kilda?
Kilda?
Yeah, he's assistant coach at St Kilda
Yeah.
as well. He's
Great
up at the Gold
football
Coast
player.
now, just moved up the Gold Coast. So, yeah, look, a great fella. We always talk about our club here, about the premierships we've won, and the 70s was around sort of Johnny Laidlaw and guys like that really drove the blokes hard. Mick Thompson was in the 90s and drove
Yeah.
us hard.
Oh, yeah,
and
Mick.
Scrobb was the same. Like,
Yeah.
he drove the boys hard. We were out here doing fitness tests, 3 nights before the grand final, and I've never trained so hard.
Yeah.
And so he just drove a standard that enabled us to play in sort of 4 grand finals in 5 years.
I dare say there was a spray involved in there too.
There
now
was
and
sprays.
again.
Scrobb used to pick his men, so he always used to give Ryan Coy a spray because it was his best mate, and Ryan knew it was coming, but it inspired everyone else around it. So,
Mate, I tell you, one day at Wereby, he gave his brother a spray as
he
assistant
did too,
coach.
he did too, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
I
yeah.
thought he was going to job him.
Yeah.
Oh,
He gave Rick O'Toole a spray one day here, and Rick didn't like it that
No,
much.
he wouldn't like it, Rick.
No, Rick didn't like it.
I spoke to Rick earlier today. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it could be another Whitley medalist in
Yes,
the ruck.
correct,
Tim McLennan.
correct.
He
Yep.
won one, didn't he?
Correct, yep.
Yes.
Yeah. He had a couple of great years. He was,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I know Poodle out at Inverleigh was a good ruck. They had tremendous battles, but
yeah.
geez, he was a good ruckman, Timmy McLennan.
Tim, yeah, sort of like an on-ball, or like a good tap ruckman.
Yeah.
Didn't take many marks around the ground, but played like a ruck rover.
Yeah,
And just
yeah,
got kicks.
Jimmy Hybens, I reckon.
Yeah, Jimmy Hybens. Similar like that.
Yeah.
Similar to that, yeah.
The only thing with Timmy McLennan, and you probably might set me right if I'm wrong, I just thought retired a year or two prematurely.
He's playing again now.
Is he?
Playing at Rokewood.
Oh,
Played
okay.
this year. He sent me a message because I kept hassling him to keep coming back, and he goes, "No, I've retired, and I think a few little greenbacks might have got him out of retirement.
Oh, well,
I think.
we can always use some of them.
Yeah. So yeah, but no, he is playing. Yes,
Another Whitley medalist.
correct.
Andrew Chalice. What a beautiful, beautiful footballer he was.
Very good. Yeah, we young. I think he started doing the hammies later on in the career.
Yeah.
I think, but we had him when he was sort of relatively young. And this is a story. I remember him playing his first game here, and he didn't go very well. And KO came in and said to me, he goes, "Oh, he's not much good." That's about the time I started not listening to my father.
Yeah.
Very good player, skilled, fast, could kick a goal too. Very good player.
I reckon he's got a Darryl Jones medal hanging around his neck as well. That was up at Bendigo against the Heathcote League.
Yep.
And I tell you what, I remember speaking one night at the footy club down at Centrals to Ryan Cornish, and he became one of our taggers. You remember Ryan?
Yeah.
And I said, "What do you like? Do you like the tagging?" He said, "Look, I love tagging as long as it's not against Andrew Chalice, because he just couldn't tag him."
Yeah,
So.
he was very fit and very fast. It would be very hard to stop.
Yeah, and I tell you what, just from that, I think we might have missed Lucas Murphy. He won a Whitley as well.
I think he won a goal kicking.
Oh, I reckon he won a Whitley too.
No.
All right. We'll see. We'll look into that and
He's
see.
overruled your grub.
No?
He's
Don't
overruled
know.
you.
I've been
I'm
overruled.
99.9%
Fair
sure.
enough.
I've got a good memory grab.
And of course, well,
He
this
certainly
bloke.
did win
this-
one. Did
this
he win
bloke
two
got
or one or two, Rick?
Hey?
One or two, Rick.
Rick won 2.
Rick won 2.
He won 2, and he might have missed out one from being suspended 1 year too, maybe, but. Yeah, geez, I thought Lucas Murphy won. Anyway, well, he's the next bloke on our list, Ricky O'Toole. You don't really have to say anything about Ricky O'Toole, because every single person who's listening to us now would know who Ricky O'Toole was and what he did in local Geelong football, not GDFL, local
right
Geelong
across 3
football.
leagues. Yeah.
And I reckon apparently he's coaching the kids now, and his young Cruz not a bad player either.
Cruz is a very good player, left footer, unlike Rick, who was the right footer, but could kick beautifully on either foot. But yeah, Cruz goes pretty, and in and under goes really hard, Cruz. Yeah, look, Rick played 100 games. He won a senior B&F. And it's actually quite good. Like, he coaches the kids here. He's coached them for 3 or 4 years, and I think we'll probably take them through the 18. So he sort of made this place his home.
Yeah.
Him and Michelle and Cruiser and that sort of stuff, which is great. So he's here today, and we were just talking to him before, obviously. But
and it's good to have
good
those
fella,
people.
just loves being involved in footy, Rick.
Yeah, good to have those people around the club. And I think a lot of people, when you say the best of the best, a lot of people will rank him 1. I think I probably do. A lot of people will rank him up number
There's
1.
certainly a lot of goals he kicked out of the centre square at Corio, just in games against us.
Yeah.
It's actually an interesting fact. There was one game where Ricky O'Toole, Andrew Chalice, Ryan Coy, and maybe someone else. There was 4 of them who'd won the league medal, all played in the one game.
Yeah. Wow.
I think we lost though too.
We move on. Interchange. If I look through the monoculars, I might see him out here in the 2s.
Yes.
Benny Bolton. Benny Bolton 1 year, I thought, he's just a second-class ruckman. And the last couple of games and finals, he turned it on, and he was fantastic, Benny.
Yeah, I reckon that was 2012.
Yeah.
The year where we came from 5th, he played very well. That was the year he won his first B&F, I think. Won 2 senior B&Fs here. Good play. We called him out of retirement today. The 2s are really, really short today. I think they're still going to win, though. But good play. Tough. Sometimes too tough. Sometimes the eyes started rolling. Bolts. But once again, a bit like Timmy McLennan, like not marking around the ground, but like a follower. Good tap ruckman. And would get you 20, 30 possessions a game and bring blokes into it just with his strength.
Next bloke's a bit of a dud. I don't know how he got picked. Michael O'Leary. Do you want to talk about Michael O'Leary?
No.
Nearly done in the 2000s. Your best footy was in the 90s.
Yeah, I would agree with that. When we actually did this, I didn't put myself in it.
Nah.
Sean put me back.
When did you start playing at seniors?
My first ever game was in 91, actually.
Really?
When I was 15. Played Corio at Corio.
Okay.
We lost by 30 goals.
That would have been an exciting invitation to football.
Cockerels were full playing, Marshy and some of the O'Tooles, and it was like, it was
And another bloke.
Inauspicious beginning.
Right?
Inauspicious beginning.
Inauspicious.
Yeah.
Well, they usually come good from there. And the other bloke you can talk about, because I just remember him, Lukey McLean.
Luke McLean. He played 2 or 3 seasons. Won a B&F at 2002, I think. On ball, played really well. Ended up going to Newcombe, I think, and played in 1 or 2 of their flags.
Where did he come from now? Was it
me.
local or outside of town? Was outside of town, wasn't it? I remember him. I remember him. Yeah, good footballer.
I might say South Barwon.
Yeah.
Maybe it was South Barwon. Not sure. Yeah, and I don't even really know who we knew here, but he turned up here and played really well for a couple of years.
Yep.
Really fits. Like, I think he might have been a personal trainer, I think, for his whole career. So he was
Just
always
a
really
bit like
fit.
myself in physique.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's the team. We do have some emergencies.
You missed one. Crombie. Ben Crombie on the end.
Where's he?
Your eyes are going
On the end.
Oh, that's on the other side of the
Crombie,
page.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Benny Crombie. We know about Benny Crombie. Why isn't he playing now? Is he injured?
He did a syndesmosis injury against Corio here about 4 weeks ago. He had an operation a couple of weeks ago, and he'll probably be back Belfpost Hill game.
Okay.
About 3 weeks away. Maybe Belmont the week before.
All right.
But he's walking around now. He had a movement.
Don't bring him back too early because you're going to need him for the
We
finals.
can keep winning. You don't need to rush him back. So.
Righto.
But he's a very good
Emergencies?
player, as you know.
We'll just go through it quickly. Ali Mars, good player.
Yep.
Dino Hara,
Oh, he's
very good player.
Yep.
Jaden Fanning, he's not playing today, but he is a
rolled
good
his ankle
player.
Thursday night.
Yeah, and Joshy Coy,
Joshy
another
Coy
good
was a
player.
good player.
So
Tina Hara. Remind me.
He played on the wing.
Wing?
You know,
Yeah.
tall, blonde, long blonde
That's
hair.
him. That was the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
I was looking before. That was the bloke I couldn't remember. Yes.
well,
He'd have good days, and then he'd have a bad one, I reckon, in
Yeah,
between.
yeah.
But his good was as good as anybody going round.
He was disappointed. He would have played Puma game. He did his knee a couple of years after it over at Belmont, and we didn't really see him. He's moved to Melbourne. We don't see him much, but great fella.
Yeah,
And fast,
yeah.
really
Yep.
fast and fit and tall and a beautiful kick.
Well, you'd be
just
happy to take that side anywhere.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, that's as good a side as you've seen. You wouldn't want to be playing on that.
Yeah,
I got one little criticism
Oh,
of
here
it.
we go.
One little criticism of it. Well, you'd know. You'd know who's not in it that I want in it.
Who's that one?
Oh, yeah. But Sammy Lowe.
Sammy Lowe.
Oh,
Where's
Lowe.
Sammy Lowe? And I've just received a text from someone who probably doesn't know much about football, but Lucas Murphy won a Whitley medal.
Did he? There you go. Well, there was maybe five. There was 5 of them in there. Then.
Yeah, so I don't know if this bloke, I don't know if he's been around very long, but his name's Neville Whitley.
Did he? There
So
you
I'm
go.
going to go with Neville.
He overrules me then.
He overrules a lot.
Good
Yeah,
on you,
yeah,
Nev. Mate,
Thanks,
thank you
Nev.
very, very
No
much
worries,
for
mate.
coming in. I reckon
Thanks,
we
boys.
might have somebody else coming in
Got a
shortly.
special guest coming
thanks
in
for your
right
time, and thanks for a magnificent Millennium team.
Beautiful. All right. Thanks, gents.
Good on you, mate. Thanks very much.
Cheers. Thanks, boys.
Good on you, Mick. Thanks for
Thanks,
that.
Mike.
Appreciate it.
Righto.
We're just going to take a short break until till our next guest turns up. So we'll take. If you're back in the studio there, mate, you're listening to 94.7 The Pulse. Your home of local football.
Welcome back to 94.7 The Pulse. We have a very special guest with us here right now in the commentary box. We have the star East Geelong forward, Zach Smith. How are you, Zach?
Yeah, good, mate.
Good. What's going on with you, mate? What's the go? Why aren't you out there today?
Just had a bit of a calf strain late in the game against Banno's, probably 70 seconds to go, and just pulled up a little bit sore. So went and had scans last week. The week off probably come at a good time. So got some scans, and yeah, they came back not too bad. So probably was touch and go to play today, but with finals not too far away.
Just want to get cherry rock finals, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
No, beautiful. Just on the team, mate. Obviously, you've had a couple of heartbreaking years. The last 2 seasons going out in straight sets, does that give a bit more extra motivation going into this final series?
I'll correct you. It wasn't last 2 seasons straight sets. It was we won a final against Banno the year before. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So last year straight sets. Yeah, it was pretty disappointing. Been at the club 3.5 years now. We've gone out in straight sets after finishing minor premiers twice. So it is a bit tough, but sort of the silver lining is we're always thereabouts, which is a good thing, and we seem to find our way back there fairly often, which is good.
Yeah, beautiful. And who are some of the young kids that are coming up through the reserves, or even starting to get a few senior games that you think are going to be one to watch for the future for East Geelong?
We've got a lot of pretty talented kids. Since I've been at the club, like we've had a lot of 18, 19-year-olds coming through. Like I think everyone in the competition knows the Ben Crombies and the Austin Mulvales. So like they're obviously going to be pretty good players for a while. But I think someone like Ben Mulvale's really sort of grown into his own this year, playing as a secondary ruck. Probably suits him. And then we've got kids like Jude Payne and stuff like that coming through that they're going to be pretty good footballers for a long time, I think.
Yeah, beautiful. Obviously, you've been around the traps a bit, Zach. Newcombe, Ocean Grove, St Albans, East Geelong. Is there something special about East Geelong that's different to other clubs you've been at?
I guess every club sort of has their sort of quirkiness about them. Like every club's good in their own special way. But I've got some good family ties here at East. My grandpa played I think it was 152 games here or something like that. So he was a premiership player and stuff like that. So it holds a pretty special place to me to play where he did. But it's a good family club. Like the people around are all the volunteers and stuff like that. They put in a monster amount of work to keep the club going. And it's a good place to be.
Mate, you said you're 50-50 today. Apparently you trained and everything on Thursday night, so it's obviously not too bad.
Yeah, no, I did a lot of the main session on Thursday. I was in the match sim and everything like that, and actually had a collision with Jaden Fanning where he rolled his ankle. And
he's out too.
That's
in the one collision.
In the one collision.
How much did Riccardi pay you?
So after that, Ned sort of said, probably easy to just jump off.
Yeah.
It's not like he wasn't going to let me play today regardless of what I said. I was always going to try and get up for it. Want to play sort of one of the benchmark sides in the competition on our home deck. But, yeah, they said no pretty early, so there's no real point.
So when you're in a situation like that, back in our day, you're out injured, you're on the beers. Are you allowed to do that today, or you got to do the right thing?
We've got a little bit of wiggle room. I think I'm probably allowed to have a couple of beers, but no, I'll stay off the beers. I got golf early in the morning, so I'll make sure I'm cherry right for that.
Well, football, cricket, you're good at golf too, or?
No, I'm no good at golf.
He's no good at cricket
either.
Well, there's a spot down at Wereby sub-district down there. Can you wicket keep?
No, but I know a keeper actually in this box.
But we're talking seniors, not sixths. Mate, I want to go back to that final series the last 2 years, right? A lot of people say, monkey on the back stuff, but watching the Belmont game, they played their best game for the year against you in the finals. And, of course, Thompson, they cleaned everybody up with their different style of play. So it's really getting there. You struggled a little bit in the finals because the ball obviously doesn't come in as well when you're getting beat. Is it going to be a big advantage to you to have the big fella Jacob Steele being the big target with you running around? Is that going to help you?
I don't think it'll just help me. I think it helps the whole forward group. Like he's a senior, experienced footballer. I know personally I've played probably 15, 16 years of footy with him, so I've got a pretty good connection with him on and off the field, so it'll definitely help me. But his work rate is just immense. Like the amount of kilometres he does just getting up and down the ground, presenting, getting back. He does a mountain of work for us, and I think we're just starting to figure out how to use him to his full potential. So, yeah, he'll be massive out there. He's played a lot of games at St Albans as well, so another player we've got that knows the ground and knows the conditions pretty well.
Yeah. Probably my main question is, Ned, how's he going? Is he coach all right, Ned?
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
We all love him. One of the better sort of relationship coaches I've ever had. He gets along with everyone, and He's just as much a mate as he is a coach for everyone in the side. So no, he does a fantastic job.
Yeah, there's not many more nicer people around than that.
Yeah, exactly.
How do you pronounce his surname?
Allsbrook.
Allsbrook. Yeah, we
I don't know if I'm right or not.
Well, we
I
were getting
think,
it wrong early, and someone told us, and then we forgot it. We haven't seen these for a while.
So if I'm wrong as well, sorry, Ned.
All right, well, as I say, we haven't seen these for a while, so hopefully you give us a pretty good showing today, your side, and come out winners against North.
Yeah, hopefully it should be a good game.
One more for you, Zach. Caleb Ezard, back today, first game since round 3. What do you expect him to bring to the table?
He's just a real big presence down there. He's a big boy, and he's got some real sticky mitts, so he's usually pretty good in front of goal, and he just gives us another target. I think having Steely, it probably hasn't shown how much we do miss Fles out there. Like, Steely's sort of been that centre-half forward for us and played a bit of a Fles role, but having Fles back's unreal. Like, it was good to see him get through a couple of weeks and get into the ones because, he's so important for us.
Have you three played in a game together this year?
Well, we played the first 2 together, and then when he got injured against North Geelong in round 3, but again, like, he's only played 8-9 quarters with Steely in the same side, so the next few weeks will be good for those two to sort of gel together and get
dangerous forward line.
And
very dangerous.
Just one last one, Zach. Do you find that you have to change the way that you play your game when you've got those big presents down there? You don't have to be so much as a key. You can, when you've got those tools down there, you can kind of rove a bit around the packs a bit more.
No, I don't really have to change my game. I think as a forward 6, we've got a bit of creative control down there that if we see a matchup we like, we can isolate it and stuff like that, and we all work together as a forward 6 in sort of playing to our strengths. So none of us really have to change our game too much. We just sort of make it work together.
And the midfield obviously are aware of that, because if you and Steele both move to a certain spot, though, if you're in the better spot, they kick it to you. If he's in the better spot, they kick it to him. So they're right on target with that, aren't they?
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, we got, I think, probably the best midfielder in the comp in John as our skipper, and his ball use is unbelievable.
Great player,
to have him feeding it down our throats sort of week in, week out with some other classy ball users up the ground like Jack Beardsall, like, it's real handy to have, and they usually make the right decision.
Mate, I just had a look at that side. Lucas Murphy, Shawnee, and the big fella Scrubber. I'll tell you what, you'd have had to be a bit better to get into that, wouldn't you? That's a good hard forward.
They've got a few flags and some runs on the board, so hopefully over the next few years I can sort of
get a flag this year.
Into that type of conversation in a team of the year or something like that.
Kick a heap of goals in the finals. And one last one. How come Sammy Lowe wasn't in that side? That's a disgrace.
We have a bit of a joke around with the boys how much he loves Slowy. So we know if you were picking it, he would have been captain coach and starting on the far wing. So he loves it.
Thanks very much, mate.
No worries. Thank you.
Cheers, Zach. Appreciate it.
No dramas.
You little beauty. That's Zach Smith, everybody. He's out today, but he will be back.
Thank you, Zach, for your time this afternoon, mate, and I wish you all the best.
Good on you, mate. Thanks very much.
Recovery to that calf, and hopefully everything goes well for you in the coming weeks. Look, we're going to go back to the studio once again. We've got a few little technical issues we need to fix up here, Steelo, so if you can give us 2 or 3 minutes, mate, to get everything back on track here, and then come back to us. You'll listen to 94.7 The Pulse, your home.